Hey, what's up, beautiful Bailcast listeners? Welcome to another episode. I am Gio.
And I'm Bart. And just recently, we watched the Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley fight. Mm-hmm. And by recently...
Yesterday, literally.
Yesterday.
Yeah, like not even 24 hours ago.
Yeah, not even 24 hours ago. And what's funny is like a few days before that, one of my buddies, whom I will not name, actually hit me up and said, would you be down to fight me in an exhibition match?
You didn't tell me about this.
I didn't tell you because we're just busy and I was out in LA shooting JK.
Busy? Yesterday we had family time.
I know. I don't want to talk about bullshit during family time. I want to watch Taika do somersaults on the couch.
That's not bullshit. That's fun.
Is that fun?
Yeah.
But would you ever let me do it?
Yeah. What the fuck? Why would I care?
Because you don't care about how my face is put together. What if I get my ass beat?
But what if you look better?
It's impossible. This is a work of art. But like, let's say, because when you go into these combat sports, there's always risk of injury. Well,
yeah, there's also a risk of injury when you're driving. What's
actually, it's not risk of injury. It's guaranteed injury and risk of death.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
And you can get really messed up. It's a huge commitment.
Okay, wait. Is this person like a professional? Your friend?
No. I mean, they probably have maybe like a little bit more, maybe 2 times the amount of experience I have. But that's besides the point. The point is everything that it takes to be successful in a fight, from like a 4-month, 6-month fight camp where the dad is pretty much non-existent. You're training 3, 4, 5 times a day. I've heard like dudes get crazy mood swings because they're on crazy diets and they're hormonal. They're like random like
So
outbursts.
Is it crazier than you running your marathon? Way crazier?
Way crazier. I think
like that type of training?
Yeah, I think training for a fight is so much crazier because it's not a fixed opponent. It's not a fixed obstacle, right? So like
you have to prepare for all of the variables.
Yeah, when you're training for like a marathon, for example, it's set 26.2 miles, right? And as you start your marathon program, you're gaining on it. Your first run might be 3, 5, 7, 9, 13, and you back down a little bit. Okay, cool. Now you got 11, 13, 15, and you're gaining on this quote unquote opponent, right? When you're training for a fighter, you're training for the skill, the technique aspect. That's just one. Are you going to be good at boxing? Are you going to be good at fighting? Then you have the cardio aspect of it, where we've heard so many times where like someone that might not be as good, but because they could take you into deep waters, like Khabib, like he'll drown your ass. He's not fancy at all. He actually lets you know, this is how I'm going to beat you. I'm going to take you down and smash, right? And then that's it. And everyone's like, okay, yeah, smash me. And then they get smashed no matter who it is, right?
Yeah.
And then so you have to train for cardio. You got to train for flexibility, mobility. You got to be diet. You got to be on weight. There's so many things. It's like.
And that specifics a fighter's fighting style.
Yeah. And you don't know if they're going to switch it up on you.
Right.
So you might have to have plan B and plan C and train all of those. And that's why training for a fight, in my opinion, is like training for 3 different types of marathons at the same time. It's actually probably more equivalent to training for a triathlon.
Okay.
Biking, swimming, and running a mile. So with that being said, would you be down? Because I'm gonna be physically here, but mentally I might be like just zoned out or something.
I don't know. Like I never want to keep you from any experience.
Yeah.
Like we only have this one life.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm like, go for it. Like, yeah.
But what if like I get my ass beat, right?
Then I have so much shit to talk.
I know, but so
I'm gonna be like, don't let me call so-and-so to kick your ass. You better shape up.
Oh shit. Yeah, I'm never gonna do a fight. With this kind of wife, I am never gonna do a fight.
I'm gonna fucking hold that shit over your head like, oh really? Tough guy? So-and-so kicked your ass.
But what if like I get my ass kicked, right? And then because everyone that's involved with me is part of my clique, right? Like when we watch that fight, like everyone that I know that's around Tyron, I'm sure DC's pissed. I'm sure Ben Askren's pissed. Everyone's like, oh, you're part of the losing crew. Now everyone's going to look at a whole family and friends like, oh, you're part of the losing crew. You're back in bar and he got his ass beat. How do you feel about that?
Well, that's different, right? Because you're not training to be a professional. Like it's an exhibition fight. So you're going in as someone that has been a fan of the sport.
Yeah.
And you appreciate it and you respect it. And now you're going to like dabble in it.
Yeah.
As an exhibition fighter. So I don't think the weight of your reputation is that grave.
Really?
Yeah.
So like, let's say Jake Paul lost. You don't think he's getting clowned on by the trolls in the comments?
Well, that's different, right?
At least 6 months.
Probably because he caused that. Because he's the one that went in talking a bunch of shit, right? Like, I'm the best. I'm going to do
shit
whatever.
If I want to sell the fight, I got to talk some shit.
I don't know. I don't know what your approach is going to be, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can come in like, who's someone that doesn't talk shit that sells seats?
Khabib.
Yeah, he's a fucking...
He's the monster. He's so crazy. It actually is in his favor to not say anything.
Yeah. I mean, you could do that.
He lives and dies by that Dagestani lifestyle. I saw this clip of him where one of the ring girls came up to him to want to take a picture, and he closed her robe before they took a picture. Like, he's about that warrior man's like I don't want no fucking sluts in my photo, like that.
Oh, because he considers that being slutty.
Yeah, from his Dagestani, like hardcore, like traditional approach. You know,
did he also close her lips when she was smiling? Like, we don't do that shit here.
Yeah, he made her stand like 4 feet back in his shadow.
Yeah, she's like this, and he's like, no, bitch, not in my photo.
Look down. Look at that. No, I'm just kidding. No, he's cool, but it's just, he lives and breathes that, you know, where he's just, I'm a fucking warrior, and put some goddamn clothes on.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, there's different approaches to how you promote it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, it could even be something like, I'm going to get my ass fucking wrecked. If you want to see a good fucking ass beating, come check it out. Like, there's always an angle. You can always work your angle. So,
but who's going to come watch it if they know I'm going to get my ass beat?
Because look at you. A lot of people don't think you're going to get your ass beat. You move very athletically.
If I tell them I'm getting my ass beat, they're going to know.
No, you can't predict the future. The fuck? They're not going to be like, oh, he said he's going to get his ass beat. Okay. Like, you're going to train your ass off. I'm sure you're going to show it.
Yeah, but then if I tell them I get my ass beat, every time they punch me and I do a somersault, they're going to be like, oh shit, Bart is getting his ass beat.
Well, then you probably won't be able to sell the second expedition fight.
Yeah.
But
expedition fight. Now we're going on the road. Holy shit, this is crazy. Damn, we got next level marketing.
You know what?
What?
I really appreciate you listening to me.
I listen to every single syllable.
You motherfucker. Okay,
What?
Tangent right here. You gotta stop using extreme vocabulary because that shit pisses me the fuck off.
What are you talking about? I'm not extreme at all. I never use extreme vocabulary.
Always, forever, never. That shit, fuck out of here.
I have never absolutely used crazy vocabulary forever.
That shit pisses me off because
Ever.
you'll say shit like, I will never move this. And I'm like, cool, I'm going into it, never move it. So then I'm like, oh shit, that thing's moved. Did I move it? Did Taika move it? Was there an earthquake that moved this one thing? Because Bart would never move it. And then out of curiosity, I'm like, hey, Bart, that thing, did you move it? And you're
Nope,
like,
I never moved it.
Shut up.
You're focusing on the wrong thing.
What?
You're focusing on those words, whereas you need to define the other words.
You said never move it. Okay.
No, you're
I
focusing.
will
Okay, let me ask you a question.
move it. I will move it. So take out never.
Let me ask you a question, because I've been a handyman these days, okay? Let me ask you a question.
Wait, what did you handy?
The whole freaking new podcast that they've been building, but check it out.
I fucking helped you do that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, barely. Hey, calm down, all right? So, I think we're about to have a boxing fight between you and me.
We are.
Hey, the first couple boxing fight. All right, so check this out. When you go to Home Depot, when you buy something that's 8 feet, okay?
Why do you got to emphasize 8? Because I'm bad at math?
No, 8 feet.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
8 feet, that's 96 inches. Okay? 8 times 12. How many inches do you think those boards come in?
Wait, say that again. I wasn't even listening.
What are you listening to? God,
I don't know.
damn, you're the best shit talker, dude. All
I
right.
don't know where my mind went. Go.
Okay. When you go to Home Depot.
You know what really happened?
I don't care. When you go to
I was
Home
looking at your fucking wrinkled ass shirt and I'm like, I
What?
can't believe this disrespectful motherfucker.
my wife didn't steam it.
Fuck off.
All right.
I was like, I can't believe this fool wore a fucking shirt that looks like you mopped the fucking floors with.
Yeah, because my wife treats me like crap. Anyways, when you go buy a board from Home Depot that's 8 feet long,
Yeah.
right? And it's supposed to be 96 inches.
Yeah.
Guess how many inches those boards are?
When you're supposed to buy it?
Yeah, when you buy it, and those boards are supposed to be 8 feet for construction, and you know how important measurements are.
Well, it's Home Depot. So they
Contractor's warehouse, Harbor Freight, wherever you go. Guess how many inches those things are?
well, if they're being advertised as that many inches, as 8 feet, then it should be 8 feet.
But it's not.
You can sue them.
Some of them are 97 inches.
Did you see what happened to fucking
No.
Subway?
Some of them are 95 inches.
The foot long was not foot long. Someone needs to, a Karen needs to go out there and be like, excuse me.
No, because some of them are 94 inches. So that's what I'm saying. The focus isn't on always, never, forever, absolute. The focus is what's your definition of move and what's my definition of move.
What the fuck? I'm going based off of the dictionary.
What's the dictionary definition of move?
Whatever the fuck is in the dictionary. What are you talking about?
If I say I will never move this phone, and for those of you that are listening to the podcast, you might want to watch the YouTube to see what the hell is going on.
And his wrinkly ass shirt.
Okay, check it out.
I'm sorry about that, by the way.
By the definition of move, what's your definition of move of this phone right here?
This phone is no longer in this position that you said you would never move it from. So regardless if if you move the table out of the way,
yeah.
Like if it's a fucking natural disaster or a natural occurrence why it moved and you had no interference with that,
yeah,
then you're fine.
How do you define the coordinates of this phone then?
Oh, I draw a line around it.
Okay, perfect. You draw a line around it, right? Let's say I shorten the legs of this table. The table is now on the ground. This phone is still within the line.
Then it never moved.
But it moved in the XY axis.
No, it didn't
move.
It
moved altitude wise.
No, you're full of shit.
I'm not. I'm serious.
No, from the place that it's located, where it's parked, its home is still here.
In a 2-dimensional or a 3-dimensional place.
Dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about defining move.
Look at how much time you're wasting. No. Just admit that you were wrong and that you
all
fucked
the husbands out there got my back.
Of course they do, because they're just as
don't
stupid.
know words. You don't know words.
I'm gonna fuck you up. Do you know what that means?
No, you just straight up drew a line around this phone, and guess what?
Because that's all I care about.
I didn't even touch it.
And if that argument happens, then I'm going to be like, well, that's how I defined it. And it didn't move. So there's no argument, baby.
Okay, so it's on the ground. Yeah, we're on the ground, right?
Then we good.
So we didn't move. Even though it traveled like 2 feet.
No, because what I cared about is the parameter of the fucking phone.
So going back to my original thought, which is it still depends on the definition of move. So earlier when we're talking about it, you heard me touch the door lock, and then
I didn't even give the example, but there's so much.
I know, and then you're like,
so much,
and then you're like, don't touch the door. They need to come in. I'm like, I didn't touch the door. I just saw you touch the door. Well, my definition of touch, right? Because I know what you're trying to get at. And what you're trying to get at is making sure the door is unlocked so someone can come in. And since I didn't lock or unlock it, I was like, I didn't touch it. And you're like, I literally saw you touch it. And I'm like,
all right.
And I'm
I gotta break the...
No. And I said, well, if you're literally, yes, I touched it. But for the scope of what you're asking for, I did not touch it.
No, you don't know.
Unlocked.
You're not in my mind. You don't know what the scope of my fucking thought process is. Get the fuck out of my wannabe head.
You asked me, are they going to be able to come in? That is the objective.
I don't even know what you're talking about at this point. I gave no examples.
No, downstairs.
Yes.
You said they're going to come in later. Yes. And I'm like, okay. So I know your goal, your objective is to have people be able to come in without us having to open the door.
Can you just use fucking agreed upon vocabulary and English? Like that's the reason why when we go to school, we're all taught the same fucking curriculum of English.
Well, that's where we fucked up. We're all taught the
ABCs the exact same
I didn't go to your school. I didn't go to your school.
So that we could all fucking understand each other. You didn't even go to school.
And plus, I went to like 6 different schools. And maybe that's what we should have did for our first date is lay out all the words that we know and see what our definitions are.
Which ones we understand.
Yeah. Because obviously your definition of move is different than my definition of move.
Listen. Everybody watching and listening to this right now, all right? For those motherfuckers that keep asking me, when are you going to have kid number 2? When are you going to have kid number 2? You can fucking see that I already have a kid number 2, okay?
Yourself.
Taika is like 5 boys in 1. This fool over here is like 10 boys in 1. Like, how the fuck do you expect me to have more kids with this fucking wrinkly ass mofo next to me?
Then steam it. Do your job and steam it.
Whoa.
You
You better take that shit back.
No.
You don't DIY shit. You're not construction or handy at all.
I built the whole set. That looks sick.
You didn't. Oh my God.
What?
You didn't build the whole set by yourself.
Maybe not 100%, but at least like, I don't know, 70 or 90.
You wish. You pissed me the fuck off. You know what? I need to take a break and I need to introduce our sponsors. All right. So you may start noticing that there is a strange tall boy of beer in the bottled water section at your local store. Well, don't trip. It's not beer. It's actually mountain spring water from the Alps and it's called Liquid Death. Y'all, when I tell you that the branding is on point, literally the branding is on point. The way the can looks, they have spring water and they have sparkling water, and the can will be either white or black. So why is the water called Liquid Death? Well, because it will brutally murder your thirst, and their infinitely recyclable tallboy cans are helping to bring death to plastic bottles. I love that. They also donate 10% of the profits from every can sold to help kill plastic pollution. So y'all, if you want some really cool tall boy cans where you're going to confuse people that are like, wait, why are you drinking beer in the office at like 10 a.m.? That's already fun. But if you also want to be environmentally friendly, check them out. You're not going to hate it. This is honestly hands down some of my favorite water. So get free shipping on all water and merch at liquiddeath.com/Bellcast. That's liquiddeath.com/Bellcast. Or you can just grab some at Whole Foods and 7-Eleven. And we're back.
So back to the original question.
Yes, I hope you get fucked up. Yes, please. Do it. Get out of my hair. Do the exhibition fight. Do the fucking you're here but mentally gone, please.
Really? You wouldn't miss me? Because I know how much you miss me every time I leave.
Do I miss you? Mm-hmm. Are you sure?
You literally tell me you do.
Or is it because I know that that's what you want to hear?
Nah, it's literally you miss me. I could tell.
Fine. And then when you're here, how much am I like clinging on to you because I missed you so much?
Never.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you what you want to hear.
No, because you're damaged goods. That's why.
I'm not damaged goods. Yeah. Take it back.
Fine, a little bit. I mean, you might not be like straight up like discard pile, but probably Ross a little bit.
Whoa, Ross! I get Ross.
A little bit irregular. Yeah, one sleeve's longer than the other one.
No, stop it.
Oh, I don't know. But yeah, so you wouldn't be, if I got my ass beat, you wouldn't be like All
jokes aside, yeah. I always want to support you in anything that you do.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I try not to think about the negative aspects of what it is that you're about to embark.
Yeah.
I would hate to see you get your ass beat, right? Like I would hate to see you in any type of pain. But if I understand and I'm convinced that you're having a good old time, then I'm like, let's roll with it. But it's still going to hurt me because I love you and I don't want to see you get hurt. You know, like if you have a broken nose and all this shit, like I'm for sure going to be panicked and like scared for you. But I can't let my emotions get in the way of whatever it is you're trying to experience.
I see.
Yeah.
My friend that hit me up, I told him, because I've already been thinking about this. I was like,
I love how you're always prepared.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, this is, it's funny that you ask. I'm like, for me to say yes to this, and it doesn't even matter who the opponent is, I need 6 months to prepare and I need $500K guaranteed purse. And that's all I care about.
Were they like, nah, see you later?
He's like, I'm going to go see what I can do.
Whoa. I'm like,
all right.
Do they want a female fighter? I'm down.
You're down to do it?
Yeah.
You'd be down
$500,000 purse?
Yeah.
And we both make $1 million? Fuck it. And I'm probably going to be in the best shape of my life and I'll be able to defend myself and fuck people up on command.
Damn. Wow.
Bro.
Yeah, no,
I could buy a new nose, new teeth. It's all good.
Yeah, because for me, my thought process going into the $500K purse is I don't ever like bouncing on a team. So for me, it's important for me to be able to, okay, because I'm thinking of it in terms of both being a dad, multiple business owners, and myself, right? I want to be able to compensate myself for sure. But then also with people, when they see like these big numbers, like, oh my God, you just see Conor McGregor, he made like 30 million off that fight. The thing is, he also has to pay the gym, the coaching staff, his dietitian, like the 30 million or 100 million or even the 1 million that these people get off the top.
It goes to everybody.
Yeah, 30% is gone. It's literally gone even before taxes. And you have to talk about taxes and all that stuff. So I'm like, because I understand the back end of a lot of these things, the first thing I think about, okay, I'm gonna have to hire a coach that's probably gonna be sticking with me where he's not taking on any other fighters for 6 months. Nutritionist and all that. And also, because I'm very serious about these things, I would also want a temp like a creative director for Barbell, someone that I feel can fill my seat at JK, and probably hire on assistant. So now at home, my regular like dad duty, someone else can do. So at least I can still spend time in bond and stuff. So I'm really like thinking it like clearly and thoroughly. And so that's where the 500K comes from. 6 months comes from because I have not trained martial arts whatsoever for, I don't know, like over almost like 2 years now because of the pandemic.
Oh, so this is an MMA. Why did I hear boxing?
It could be anything.
Oh, okay.
MMA, boxing, kickboxing, whatever.
Just any sort of fight.
Any type of exhibition. Like if I get into jiu-jitsu, for sure I'm gonna do tournaments and stuff, but that's for me. I'm not gonna announce it. It's just me.
And and there's less pressure because you're not on a time crunch of like, I gotta be this good by this time.
Yeah, and those tournaments that I'm doing, they're for me.
Right.
They're for me to go out there and test myself, see what I need to do.
Yeah.
To get better, just kind of like when you're doing preparatory meets for the big meet you're gonna do later on. You go, okay, like am I honed in, dialed in? So I don't even mind if I get second, third. If I don't place, they're mainly lessons so that I can go back into the gym and go, okay, cool. I went 100% against someone that gave 100, and these are the places I'm lacking. Right? That's what that's for.
Yeah.
And these exhibition fights, it's entertainment, prize fighting. There's so many other things. Like, what am I gonna learn along my martial arts journey in something like this, right? Like, let's say even if I do fight someone like Jake Paul, like what am I going to learn that I can take home as a martial artist later on that's going to perfect my game?
Yeah, no, there's nothing.
Because who knows, maybe after that fight with Jake Paul, if I do get one, I don't even box anymore.
Right. I mean, it even sounds like Jake Paul's not even going to box anymore after that.
Yeah. Yeah, because after 8 rounds, he seemed kind of tired. It was
well,
tough.
I mean, in the interview, he also said like, I'm only 24. Like, this is like the beginning for me. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna take a break. Like, I haven't shaved in like, or had a haircut in like a year or 2 years or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe even him, he didn't get anything out of it other than the fucking bag.
Yeah, and that's exactly why. Like, so for me, that would have to make sense. And then for me, in terms of training, I like. Because I'm a very training and like regimented oriented person, because I do coach, I understand phases of training, like volume phase, skill acquisition phase, tapering, like all that stuff. So I would apply all that knowledge to my training. And if I want to perform at a level that I would be proud of myself at. And I think it would take at least 6 months to get there.
Really? I feel like 6 months is so fast.
It is fast. But then also you can't really, you can't do a workup for extended periods of time.
I see.
The actual ideal camp is probably 3 to 4 months, because
But that's after how many years of training?
Exactly. So once you have your base level of knowledge, like let's say you got your, like this working up and then testing yourself applies to all aspects. It applies
aspects of like fitness,
of everything.
Oh,
aspects of life and world, right? So even like with testing for an MCAT, for example, right? Your base knowledge is covered in your bachelor's.
Yeah.
You spent 4 years getting that base level of knowledge. Studying up for your MCATs, 3 to 4 months is the best, because you're just taking all of that and you're honing it specifically for the test, right? If you study for your MCATs and you take the test in like 6 to 9 months, it's actually,
good luck remembering all that shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually against you in your favor, because the number one thing that all humans have to really worry about is will. And people's wills break, regardless of what you're trying to do, you have ups and downs. So when you're in a fight camp for 2 years, dude, your will's broken. You're going to be so burnt out. You're going to be going in there like dragging your feet.
Yeah.
You want to be in tip top shape, both physically and spiritually. So for me, 6 months is, because I do think I need the first 2 months of just like
dusting off all the cobwebs.
Yeah, and transitioning from being a non-fighter into fighter, and then probably really ramping up the last 3-4 months. So I have it all thought out.
Okay, so before this person reached out to you to do this, how long were you already thinking about this? I feel like it's been a couple years, actually.
I just think about random things all the time.
Yeah,
so
I think
so things that's happening, I go, how does that apply to me? Like I put myself in a lot of people's shoes all the time.
That's fucking cool. Give me more about that. I want to do that.
What do you mean? You just literally you visualize untying their shoelaces and having them untie their shoelaces, and you stick your feet in their shoes.
What if their shoes are smaller than your feet?
That's part of the visualization. You squish them in there.
And does it always fit?
No way.
So then what happens there once you can't put them on? Then you're just like, oh, it's not for me. Moving on.
Then you might ask for a different size. Who knows?
But isn't it a different person?
Yeah, it is. You want that person's shoes.
Fuck off. God damn it. Why are you so fucking hard?
What do you mean?
You break my fucking will and spirit,
See?
dude.
No, but honestly, I do that all the time.
I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying give me more of that so I can learn.
You don't do that?
Give me an example.
I don't know. I feel like it's so natural.
Okay, well, give me an example.
Like the even more recent one, right? With like both sides, bipartisan. Everyone does not like the way Biden pulled out. Right?
Give me something else.
No.
Give me something else. I don't want to know that one.
Well, everyone, because everyone,
the fighter. How did you come up with going into fighting? What did you see that you were like, oh shit? If I had that opportunity, what would I do?
Well, because that one is super like next door. It's very close to home, right? Where like, I'm like, oh shoot, there's all these like fighting things popping off with even the first one with like Logan Paul, KSI, and then you're like, wait, I'm on YouTube. I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And when that stuff popped off, they just started training.
Yeah.
For me, I was like, oh shit, I've been training. Like this is so easy for stuff like this to land on my doorstep.
Yeah. Because I think that's where it would stop for me.
Really?
Yeah. Where I'm like, oh shit, that'd be interesting if I got in a fight. Like if I was in your shoes and I hear it happening next door to me, then I'd be like, oh shit, that'd be tight for them to do the one for me. But I think that's why you're more prepared and better to navigate it when it does, come right to your door.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, I've already been thinking about it, 6 months, $500K or whatever. But for me, if that was presented to me, I'd be like, oh shit, now I really got to think about this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I think it's all in the details. Because I was talking to my other buddy who's super into trucks like I am. And then before I got the truck, I was telling him I was going to get this truck. And he was like, you already know wheels and tires and suspension all picked out, huh? And I'm like, yeah, I do. Because for me, when I buy the truck, in my mind, the exploded view?
Yeah.
Where like there's a clock, but then like the springs here, whatever.
Yeah.
When I get the truck, I'm buying the truck in exploded view. It's already this brand suspension, this brand wheels. This is what's going to go on. This is the wrap. This is the headlights. I already know things I'm going to take off like the minute I get it.
You see, I can't do shit like that because then I feel like I'm limiting myself.
Really? Why?
Yeah. Because then I feel like, because I know that I'm dumb and I know that I don't know everything.
True.
Fuck you. You just can't wait.
I'm listening. I'm telling you. All those expedition matches you've been talking about.
Okay, well, because of those reasons, I will have ideas of what I want to do, but I'm always very open and flexible to new ideas.
I am too. After it's over.
After what's over?
So for me, I have a vision, right? Once I have that vision, I'm married to it. And then, of course, like things are always evolving. So anything that is perfect will become imperfect. It's just the nature of the world. That's how it is, right? So
there's no such thing as perfect in the world.
Well, yeah, I mean, things are perfect for at least a split second. So even the shark, right? The perfect predator has not evolved once whatsoever. But with global warming, if the water starts dropping, there's way more oil spills. There's a lot of more different stimulus. You better believe the shark is going to start adapting and it's not going to be the perfect predator anymore. So things, I believe, are perfect for a few split moments. But right after, it starts becoming imperfect because the world changes. So for me, if I have a vision, I stick to it. But then as soon as it becomes imperfect, I'm taking notes for the next thing.
Gotcha. Okay, then we do it the same way.
Yeah. But
okay.
I don't. But
gotcha.
Because of that, when I'm sticking to my vision, it needs to be the way that it is.
Yes.
Based off of my knowledge. And I don't like shopping around. So I already do all my shopping around before I pull the trigger. But which is why I know exactly which suspension, which wheels, which whatever. Same thing with the fight, right? Instead of getting the fight contract and then going, let me go see what I want to do. Like if they give me a fight contract, I could probably return all my rebuttals and readying right away. Because I already know. I'm like, give it to me. I'll take a look. And then maybe have my lawyer look at it for legal jargon or whatever. But other than that, I already know what the hell I want out of my fight. So here you go. And then later on, if I go,
why does you have to throw it back so aggressively?
Because they're throwing it at me. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, bro? You get it. You get it.
I saw them literally just going, here you go. Fucking take it back.
They never do. They're pissed. They're fucking pissed. Throw it at you. No, you get it. Nah.
Okay.
No, you sign it. You sign first. They always do that.
Okay. Uh-huh.
What? You don't think like that? Everything is just up in the air?
I don't know if I think about it like that.
Maybe I have problems.
No, I don't think it's anything wrong with that. I mean, you do say that you do think of shit really fucking fast, and you have the ABC, what is it? XYZ.
Yeah.
So maybe that's part of your ABC XYZ where you're like, where I will go, oh shit, would I be down to do a fight? Yeah, maybe. Okay, well, moving on. You know, that's my ABC. But now your XYZ is, okay, well, how long would it really take? Okay, 500K, 6 months. But then the EFG, HHK, LMNOP, whatever, like that's all the lawyer shit. You'll probably start like hitting up your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you just operate on an ABC, XYZ. That's just how you do shit.
Yeah, you know how you like defensive drive? I think I defensive live. You know when you're driving, you're like, is that person really going to crash into me? Oh, I got to make a left over here, make a right over there. And I think that's why probably I'm like always go with the flow. Where I'm like, oh, we're all going to eat In-N-Out. But in my mind, I'm like, oh, if In-N-Out's closed, we'll go to Fat Burger. If Fat Burger's closed, we'll go eat something else. So when we get to In-N-Out, it's closed. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, let's go. I already know the next place. Whereas that's, I think when people are married to the first one, they're like, oh man, I wanted to eat In-N-Out for 6 months. What the fuck happened? You know, but I think for me, oh, that's fine. I already have like 3 other options.
Damn, now I really got to look at how I do shit. I don't know if I think about it like that.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think I do. I think when, I think because there's so much shit going on in my head all the fucking goddamn time.
Yeah.
That it's rare for me to have a silent moment. So I try to really like relish those like very rare occasions. Yeah, so I try not to give myself more shit to think about up until I feel like, so like my brain will work in kind of spider webs. So like there's like different levels of shit that like needs to happen until I make that a priority and something that has to go in the front of my mind. You know, like, and I'm always thinking big picture shit too.
I like that too. That's what I like about you.
What?
That there's like a priority of things and then you think bigger picture.
Yeah.
Because I think sometimes I do get caught up in all the different scenarios that I'm like, oh shit, like my plan C, I hold it to plan A importance, you know? And then you're like, dude, does it even matter? Yeah. I'm like, oh shit, that's right. Like I'm all like focusing on if I don't know, fucking Sonic's is open or whatever. And you're like, we have like 3 In-N-Outs around us. We're probably not even going to get to Sonic's. And I'm like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So I do have levels of priority and then I kind of work backwards from there. So then if things aren't aligning to that priority, then I'm like, I'm not going to waste my mind power in that. Yeah. That's cute. Yeah, I guess that's just how we work. So you do the A, B, C, X, Y, Z, and I just do the Z.
The A and the Z maybe.
Yeah, maybe the A and the Z, but more so the Z than the A. Because I'm like, oh, this is what's happening. Okay, well, I have all my Z's up in the air. And then from there I go, all right, well, what needs the most attention? And then I kind of know where all my Z's are. Yeah. And then I'm like, okay, let's start working backwards.
The most confusing part is the horny sleep. That's so funny.
Wait, what did I miss?
What do you mean? The horny sleep.
Yeah, but how did that tie back to the ABCXYZ?
Because I always have scenarios, right? So like, let's say we're both laying in bed, right? And I'm like, plan A, we probably just like both watch TV and knock out. Plan B, we start getting frisky maybe. And then we, you know, might have some sex, a little bit of good old sex, you know, good old fashioned sex. And then...
what's the new fashion sex?
I don't know, the way the kids do it these days. And then plan C, I don't know, maybe a little bit of 69 action, who knows, right?
When was the last time we fucking 69?
That's true. We never 69.
That's such a weird fucking position. Like that's some shit that high schoolers can't wait to do, but then when you do it, you're like, nah, fuck this shit.
Yeah. So I don't know. So I have that, right? And then so like plan A, like let's say we're just laying next to each other. You know, we start touching, like our hands go over. Oh shit, what the fuck? Just hand holding?
And I'm probably doing that.
And I'm like, oh, okay, hand holding, that's kind of cool. And like, oh, what is that? Right? And then you like kind of go into and you kind of get a little bit aroused, and we're both a little bit aroused. And then like, but then the wave of sleep comes back in, because then you're like,
yours or mine? Both, or ours?
Both.
Okay.
Because you're like, plan A was to sleep because you got to wake up early tomorrow. So oh shit, getting kind of tired. Oh no. And then, you know, our hands stop a little bit. And then we stop and then we're like, okay, cool. But oh man, we're kind of aroused though. So you kind of get the action going again, you know? You're like, oh, well, what's happening over here, over there?
I think that's just you.
What about you? How do you do it?
I'm either, well, because my arousal takes a while to get there. So once we're there, we're fucking there for a minute.
You're not even if it's 2 a.m. you're not tired?
Well, I mean, we got ourselves there, which is a long fucking journey.
Oh.
So once we're there, we are there for a minute.
I see.
Yeah. So it's usually you that riles me up. And I'm like, all right, let's go. And then you knock back of sleep. And I'm like barely getting there. Or I'm like, I had just arrived. And you're like, oh, fuck, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, let me calm myself down and go back to sleep.
I do have a boner though.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. So then why is that one a tough one? Because the sleep is the A and you really want that?
No, it's just usually I have like A, B, C, but then like those things are kind of completely like different schools of thought.
The sleep and the sex?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty opposite.
So sometimes it's like when your body's not communicating well with each other and one's like, oh, I'm ready to go. And the other one's like, oh, I'm so tired. You're like, oh, what the fuck?
I think that might just be you two or a small percentage of people.
Really?
Yeah. Because you're a very sleep heavy person. Like once your sleep lights go on, that switch takes like a fucking village to like bring back down.
Yeah.
But for me, like I can come in and out of sleep pretty quickly.
So if you're sleeping and you have like 10 disruptions at night, it doesn't mess your sleep up?
It will mess my sleep up, but it's not like my eyelids don't feel like they're like made out of lead.
Oh, mine
like
feel
it'll
like
wake me up and I might stay awake for like 30, 40 minutes and then I'll go back to sleep because I woke up.
Oh, mine are made out of lead.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh.
So I think that's why for you, like I think it's a very specific thing that happens when it's like the sleep hits. The dick is like, they're just gone. They're in, like you said, opposite directions where I feel like I've seen guys or I've heard of guys like once they're, even girls, once they're on, they're on and that's it. And they're just like, we know guys like this.
Who?
They just have, I'm not going to say, they have like a one track mind. And once they want to fucking do that thing, then they do that thing sexually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for me, it's, I don't know, probably because of the like ADD that I have. And then also just my brain just working and thinking about so many things. By the time it's like sleep time, I'm so fucking exhausted.
I bet.
Like probably the last hour or two of the day, I'm like running on E, you know?
Oh, empty.
On empty. Yeah. And I'm just like
E, ecstasy.
Just like fumes.
Damn.
And I'm like, oh, my brain can't even think right now.
Yeah, that is crazy. Because, for me, I have to wind down.
Yeah.
Because I'm like awake. Like I'll feel tired, but my mind is still like, brrr. Not as crazy. Yours is going, brrr. Mine's going, brrr.
I wind down because that's what people do, but I don't even need it.
Yeah, your wind down, when you let go and you wind down, you're asleep.
Yeah, because I almost feel like if I don't wind down with you, I almost feel like I'm treating you like a prostitute, so I feel bad.
Wait, are we talking about sex or just in life?
Sleeping.
You never wind down with me.
I always do.
Oh, like
I attempt to.
I see.
Yeah.
That is your version.
Like
Got it.
When we go in the bed and you're on your phone, I'm on my phone, and we just have like little small talk here and there. I'm trying to wind down, but honestly, I don't need to.
Oh, so you could just come into bed.
I can come into bed like as soon as I could pass out mid teeth brushing and probably just dive into bed and just be out. Yeah, I don't even need to wind down. But then
Wait, what do you mean fall asleep during mid teeth washing?
Like I'm more like as I'm brushing my teeth, I'm winding down there already. I've been winding down since 7 p.m. I think.
Yeah, I don't know what that feels like. Oh, I guess. Wow.
Yeah, like my brain has already started to slow down. That's why at night when it's like 8 p.m., you're like, oh shit, they're still like closing the dryer or whatever.
Yeah, my mind is still working.
Like, oh fuck. That's like almost like me running out of like gas completely. And then we look up and there's a hill. I'm like, I don't know how we're going to be pushing this thing up there.
Fuck, that sucks. Have you always been this way? Like always?
Oh, that I don't know.
Well, because you were also like heavily on drugs.
Yeah, because in high school when I'm raving, I'm like staying up until 6 a.m. But I am heavily on drugs. So I don't even know. But yeah, I've always been like that where it's just, I don't even need to wind down. Like I've been winding down and I need to like try to keep awake so I don't just like crash into one of the walls or something.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. And so I don't want to treat you like a prostitute where it's like, oh, thank you for the day. And I just bounce.
Well, that's very thoughtful. I really do.
So I try to like spend some like at least 2 minutes with you.
Yeah, because then I feel bad when I need to wind down and then you're dead.
Yeah.
Because then like all the lights go off and then I don't want to keep you awake with my light or any noise or anything that I want to like catch up on because I've been with Taika like for most of the day.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God, I finally have some me time.
Yeah. Take all the me time you need.
Maybe I'll just be in another room.
If you're in the me time and I'm snoring, does that affect you?
No. Well, yes, it does. Because then I feel bad. I feel like I'm going to do something to wake you up. Like I'm very thoughtful and I'm very sweet. Believe it or not.
I don't
this
believe
fucking
it, but
RBF is fucking sugary as fuck.
Really?
Shut up. You swear? You know I'm the fucking most thoughtful, sweetest person ever, dude.
Inside.
I've actually like toned down my fucking like hard ass demeanor for years now. Like,
good for you.
A lot of people know that I have a fucking tender heart. Do. You do
have a tender heart on the inside.
Well, now on the outside?
Hell no. Do you watch yourself?
Even now?
Have you listened to yourself for the past 30, 40 minutes?
Oh, because I think it was just playful banter.
That's just you.
I'm sweet, dude.
That's just you.
I don't know anyone. I don't know anyone that would. Hurting my feelings
I don't know anyone that would argue with someone on what's the definition of move? Oh, the door locks. You did literally touch the door locks, and I'm like, yeah, but it's open, which is your objective.
It's the same person
it
that
takes
would
someone that wants to fight all the time to pay attention to those things.
Well, I mean, it's the same person that when someone says that they're dumb and stupid goes, yeah, you are. It's that same person.
I got your back, I said.
You can't fucking flip it like that.
I always got your back. You said you want me to support you, and if you label yourself with adjectives, I'm going to back you up. All the time.
Positive adjectives. Fuck off. You know what I mean. You're just as rude and fucking cold and mean,
No
dude.
way, Jose.
Anyway. Well, yeah. I'm a very sweet, soft person. So I'm very considerate and thoughtful. Of like
what would it take for you to fight, though?
Oh, what? For me to fight?
Yeah.
I mean, if I got a fucking fat purse like that.
Same terms?
And also,
same
like,
terms? Do you have any itch to do it at all?
Well, now I'm different. Like now I've evolved so much as just a fucking
human
Geo,
being? Yeah.
As myself.
As yourself?
That like the same Geo that was sitting here doing this podcast last year, that person's dead. That person's fucking adios. Arrivederci, fucking farewell, never see you again. Like that person does not exist. So now with this new person, yeah, I have an itch. I'm very curious.
Wow.
Yeah, it's I mean, why not challenge yourself to see what your physical capabilities are? And if it's going to be done in a controlled environment like a ring,
yeah.
I mean, as much as you can control violence.
What
you know
if
what I mean?
What if the pay was like 100K? Would you do it still?
Depends on what is there a cause behind it?
Yeah, 50K.
Is there a cause behind it? Like if it's for like breast cancer awareness or like this.
Let's say
like I get the same amount that's going to get donated somewhere. I'll do it for fucking 10K.
What if it's a female Jake Paul? Some like, super clout, clickbait, the world disruptor type of person comes and was like.
And wants to fight me?
I want to fight you.
I'd be like, yeah, let's try it.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I would probably try it.
What's your press conference like style? Are you more of the shit talk back? Or are you the Khabib? Or like, what's your style?
What is my style?
Like, what would you do? Because you got to sell the fight, right?
Yeah.
'Cause that's the only way, charity or not, that's the only way you're going to get funds. Whether you pay yourself or get awareness on the charity. Because if it's too...
I like the Rose Namajunas approach.
What's her approach?
Well, she's just fucking thug Rose.
Yeah,
she's just
gangster.
quiet. She's just thug as fuck. And then once, like, there's that one thing that riles her up. She just says like a couple lines and that's it. Like, I want to be the person that, and this is me saying want, like emphasis on I want.
Yeah.
Because I'm also highly emotional and who knows?
Very, very.
I'm from East LA and a Latina. I don't know if I can keep my mouth shut like that.
No, you can't.
Can you shut the fuck up?
I thought those were positive. East LA, Latina, isn't that positive? Or
You know what you're
are you
doing?
trying to say it's negative? Are you trying to say those are negative
You know
things?
what you're doing? Don't fucking flip it on me. Fuck you. I'm too smart for you, dude.
Are you?
I hate you. So that's how I would want to be. Will I be that way? I don't know. I might be more of a fucking McGregor. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah. Have you seen Rose in the ring? And she just does these, what are those called? Not affirmations. Are they affirmations? We repeat the same thing over and over?
Like chants, affirmations. They could be both.
Yeah.
Yeah. She looks
She
crazy.
just says this. She goes, I'm the fucking best.
Yeah.
I'm the fucking best. I'm the fucking best.
Yeah, she looks crazy.
And she's saying it so much that like she's running out of breath. And she goes, I'm the fucking best. I'm the fucking best. I'm the fucking best.
Yeah. And then after she wins, At the end, she's all sweet and soft and shit. She goes, yeah, I am the best.
That's how she knocked out Zhang Weili.
Damn.
And they have another fight coming up.
I know. I'm so excited.
It's so crazy.
November what? Is it like the 11th or the 9th or some shit?
I don't know.
I saw that. Now I'm like,
November.
Because I like Zhang Weili too.
I love her. I love her. She's a fucking
her training.
Beast. She's a beast.
Yeah. And she's so humble.
Yeah.
But she's fucking explosive.
Yeah. She's a fucking beast. And she's just such a chill person.
She is.
Yeah. I really love her too.
Oh, you love her, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So if that opportunity were to present itself on my doorstep, I think I would take it for sure. Because it's just fun.
Yeah.
Like, I'm getting invited to like fuck people up and get fucked up.
Yeah.
Let's try it. Yeah. I don't know.
What about OnlyFans?
No. I don't want to.
It's not the same thing?
I have no interest, not even a slight inclination. Because I do have people tell me all the time of like how much chicks are making on this thing, all this shit. And I'm like, well, because like that's just not my priority, right? Because I'm an A thinker to Z thinker.
Yeah.
And that money thing or like whatever it is that they're getting from it, that doesn't align with my A to the Z.
Oh.
So it's just noise.
Do you know who one of the top 10 OnlyFansers are?
Why do you know that?
Because we just did an article on JK News.
Oh, good for you. That was a nice save, dude. And honestly, I don't even give a fuck. But
Guess.
who the number one is?
And
top 10?
Yeah.
I don't know.
One of them is Tyga.
Tyga, the rapper?
The rapper. I'm like, I thought it was OnlyFans was mainly like a chicks thing.
Yeah, what does he do? Like
I don't know.
I
don't know what he does, but I think he makes
the article didn't say any of that.
No, but I think he made like $5 million a month.
Whoa.
A month. And
I didn't even know he was still that popular.
I think on OnlyFans maybe.
Oh shit. I like him.
That's crazy,
like he
huh?
has such a cool personality. Like anytime I've seen interviews with him or whatever, I think he's such a cool dude. And I feel like, oh, I could kick it with this guy. Like he could be part of our like homie circle because it just seems like he's super chill, likes good shit, and likes to have a good time. And like
Pretty sure his content is just him just chilling though.
Oh, like a bunch of chicks.
Unless they're the hottest chicks in the world. I don't know.
Who knows?
And then Cardi B is on there in the top 5. And you know how much she makes?
Oh Jesus, 20 a month?
No, 8 million a month. A month. When we heard those numbers, I was like, in like a big fight, right? Like Mayweather or something, right? In a big fight.
I know what she's doing on there.
Like a big fight.
Smart.
They might make 10, 20, 30 million, right? And that's like what? Training for like a year?
Well, and everyone knows music, you don't get paid like that.
And these guys, they're like making that every month.
Did you ever see? So I think
crazy.
I know what Tyga and Cardi B are doing. I've never logged into. I don't have an account with.
You show me on my account.
Fine. But Cardi B, like I started following her before she was like the Cardi B.
Yeah.
Like I would even show you her shit. She was on Instagram, just talking all kinds of shit, just being her.
Oh yeah.
And she would story all the fucking time.
Yeah.
But now she doesn't story as much. Or maybe I'm missing that. But I think what she's doing is doing stories, but for OnlyFans.
Oh, so like more behind the scenes stuff?
Yeah. Because her shit is cool. Like she'll even like show like, I like how I said that her shit's cool and then I'm going to go into this. But she would story like when Offset had his birthday and they'd go to strip clubs and you just see it fucking raining with all this money and all these like strippers all over and they're just having a good ass time. And it's like, oh shit, I have a glimpse into like her life.
Yeah.
Like how she does Christmas, all the gifts that all the kids get, but it's because she stories it.
What if I start an OnlyFans, right?
Let's go, do it.
And then all of my stuff is like, I'm teaching Tyga how to ride a bike. Check it out. You think people like that?
Oh, I don't know.
Because that's the type of content I make. I don't really hang out with strippers that much. Maybe I need to start.
I think you could try it, but I think you already have to have a captivating life.
I do. People would love it when I do stuff with Tyga. Like, oh, cool. Me and Tyga looking at bugs today. What's up?
Oh, shit. Try
think?
it. I mean, you never know until you try it, you know?
Nah, I don't think so. Let me know in the comments below if you think my OnlyFans would be successful, but it's going to be boring. It's going to be like, check it out.
Okay, well, you're not selling it, dude.
Check that new paint for the podcast room. Ooh, wee.
Okay, well, let someone else do your marketing for you. Because like, do you guys think that I should start an OnlyFans? Let me know. But it's just going to be me sleeping the whole time. That's it. It's like, no one wants to watch that.
I am good at sleeping. You're right.
There is people in Japan. Remember that hotel?
Yeah.
that there's that one room that you can check in and you knock out and people just watch you sleep.
But what if I say incriminating stuff? I can't control what I'm saying when I'm sleeping.
But you're lucky because you say it in Chinese and it's like muffled.
I only sleep talking Chinese?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
I mean, it's coming from you, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
That's crazy.
I just spit the facts.
Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for making it this long. I love these things. I love just fucking going off the fucking dome and just going into wherever we go with these conversations. This is so much fun. I also want to say, obviously, thank you to you, but thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to Liquid Death. Get free shipping on all water and merch at liquiddeath.com/bailcast. It's BEAWCAST. That's liquiddeath.com/bailcast, or grab some at Whole Foods and 7-Eleven.
Shout outs to Barbell Brigade, which is me and Gio's brand, and we are your home of strength and everything that you need to help you along your fitness journey. Make sure you go to barbellbrigade.com to get all your supplements, your clothing, your workout programs, and even lifting equipment such as straps and knee sleeves. Go check that out, barbellbrigade.com. All right, and don't forget to check out JunbiShop.com, where we have ceremonial grade matcha at an affordable price. Both me and Marbert literally drink this every other day. It's delicious. It doesn't give you that crazy caffeine crash. And there's a ton of antioxidants to help you stay healthy. So make sure you go to JunbiShop.com, and don't forget to use the code BEAW, BEAW, to get 10% off of almost everything. Go to JunbiShop.com and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.